Okay, by now you should understand how we map the swing points of a structure, but as we know, the market is complex. So in this lesson, we'll look how to spot these complex structures. First, let's learn about the types of structures and how to use them in the charts. In our strategy, we mainly use three types of structures: swing, internal, and fractal. Swing movements are the largest movements you see on the charts. We map these movements after a confirmed break of structure with a candle body close. The internal structure are the smaller moves that happen inside of the swing structure. We also map these movements after a confirmed break of structure with a candle body close, which we call IBOS. We use internal structure mapping to guide us through the small movements of the market, which typically create the big movements on the chart. Fractal structure is the smallest move we see on the charts. There are small pauses or pullbacks of price, which are usually just a reaction to a not so strong resistance before continuing with the order flow. Unlike swing and internal structures in which we use a candle body close to confirm a break, for a fractal break, we only need a wick break. In the charts, we see that price moves by each candle breaking the next candle. Since for a fractal structure, we use candle wicks as confirmation of a break, anytime that a candle does not break the next candle by at least a micro pip, we see it as a fractal structure. It's easier to spot fractals when there's a clear retracement, but you need to pay attention when a candle has equal highs. An equal high is also not considered a break and is therefore part of a fractal structure. It's important to note that the color of the candle doesn't dictate if there's a fractal break or not. All that matters is if a candle breaks the next candle or not, independent of if it's a bullish or bearish candle. To help visualize the market structure better, there are two indicators I recommend. One is the inside bar, which I leave it on all the time. And the second is the equal highs and lows indicators, which sometimes I use on the 1 minute time frame for entries. This indicator can be useful if you're just starting out. So let me show you how to install them. All right, guys, so let me quickly show you guys how to add the two indicators I mentioned on your charts. So first, when you open your chart on TradingView, you go to indicators and then you type inside bar and you see this one called inside by bars by CMA. So when you click on them, you're automatically add to the chart. So they come as default with these colors here. But yeah, I already had the indicator, so I'm just gonna turn it on. Yeah, I kept it simple with just like orange, and you can add these shapes here. So to make it more visible for the inside bars, and I make it visible for all the time frames. And the second one is the same. You could go to equal highs and lows, and it should be this first one here. Yeah, like the same. It comes with a default, but for this one I just keep them on the 1 minute time frame. Let me see here. But you can see like every time there's an equal high, then you're gonna see like the indicator showing you. Yeah, as you can see. So these are the ones that I use, and I leave this off for most of the times. And sometimes when I'm gonna enter on the 1 minute, I just turn it on. But I try to keep it off just to make the charts look a little more clean. All right, guys. Another tool I use a lot is the OHLC values. So when you hover with the pointer on a candle, it tells you the price value of that candle, like the highest price, close price, open price, etc. This tool is very useful, especially if you prefer not to use the equal high and low indicator. So since the fractal moves are not as big as the swing and internal structure, we don't map them, but we use these fractal moves to get a sense of when the price may start to shift. In our strategy, this shift of direction is called a chalk, and you'll see this type of break happening a lot as we start to mark the charts. In the next lesson, we'll learn about chalks.